Hello, Scorpio, and welcome to your coffee cup reading for the week of July 3rd. Okay, what we see here is communications, how you handle things, what you say is coming into focus here, okay? You may have some meetings. You will be heard for good or for bad. That's the general that I saw there. Okay. All right, when dealing with people or with other people's money, watch your intuition, okay? It can, your hunches, your intuition, be careful what it says to you and making decision in like investments, especially when it's dealing with like your company money, other people's money. That's what came up here for someone specific, all right? It can come back to you and be your fault. That's what we're seeing. It's tricky. But on the other hand here, really listen to your intuition with interpersonal situations. And also try not to control a situation, all right? Because there is some dynamic energy like dealing with work, and you may get your boss's attention if you're doing the right, saying the right things and letting go of some control. That's what showed up, all right? There is changes of plans or rescheduling appointments, dates. That can happen. I'm seeing that in the matters of the heart too. Be a little bit flexible, okay? Now I see like, you know, rain checks, you know, be flexible. Don't take it too personally, expect it. You know, it's a general reading though. Watch your emotions. There is another message here, like playing games can backfire in the matters of the heart. You know, if you're playing hard to get, okay. But if you try to play some kind of emotional games, emotional manipulation or testing someone out, it can backfire. So that is a message for some. It did show up. All right. And there's something from the past, communications from the past, or someone from the past could be showing up, or travel, or connecting and talking to people on a distance. Okay. So that did show up. You're wanting to change someone else or something else, okay? So you're trying to change someone else along with you. That's for some. You can feel others, okay? And you know what they want without them saying a thing. You can be more stubborn, okay? And sticking to your ideas, which can be a little bit negative. So be flexible. Flexibility is the key word, I think, for the whole reading. Laid back a little bit more, be a little bit more laid back, give in a bit if you have to, okay? That's going to benefit you. That is definitely priority. Coming in, you will have some great influence, because I'm seeing you here too, talking, and then this showing up here. You will have some great influence on others and inspiring others. And really, some of you could be impressing like your boss or somebody, you know, or important figures at work or connected to business. It's a beginning of something really big. Okay, that's really showing up there. I like that. All right, so that's what showed up there. Now on the plate, for some, I'm seeing travel. Okay, for some, you could be traveling for your job or for business. For others, I'm seeing thoughts of maybe moving or even traveling. For some of you, you may be, like I said, some of your ideas, you may change your mind or something, and then you're a little bit stressed over it. Okay, that's another thing we're seeing here. Okay, take care of your everyday trips too, like traveling. There could be some bumps in the road that I did see. There is like, you could be a little bit too much in your own mind, in your own thoughts. You could be a little bit more stubborn here. There is obsessive energy showing through, okay, and stubbornness, okay? Now, free-flowing energy is coming through, and it does bring great new creative ways of thinking, okay, and solutions for the future, okay? So that's looking good. Growth and abundance, you know, we're seeing that there too. So you got some energy here, just some things to work on or to be careful of. Okay, so we do see a little bit possible opinionated people around you. So just be careful with what you do or say, or I would just let that go with a grain of salt. But then again, we're looking at connect spiritually. These are some, for some, this could be some messages coming through and some blessings. And also connecting and talking to people, like maybe over the internet, in the distance, you know, something like that. That's what's showing up there for general. So kind of watch your emotions here. So that's what showed up. Okay, I'm going to pull some animal spirit cards for the month of July. One is your overall energy. The other one's going to be your underlining energy, or plus any additional messages. And that would be for the month of July. And the first one you get is, you got the Condor. Okay, you're too enmeshed in this situation. So step back and see the bigger picture before making any decisions or taking action. Okay, so when I see, like, when I look in your coffee cups and I see a lot of, you know, I tell you, be careful of this, money issues, blah, blah, blah. It's because I see symbols and I see a lot of animals. And depends on where it is, and that's how I interpret them. So when I see like a condor, which is a very powerful bird, or birds, birds always bring messages, and there's communications with birds. There can always be gossip and a lot of talk too. But when I see birds like similar to condor, or a condor in your reading, which, you know, it's very hard sometimes to decipher exactly the animal. I go by the figures, but when I see those types, is the thing that comes up here is your perspective. Make sure you see that. You have a higher vision. You're more visionary, okay? But always make sure that your perspective's in balance there. This is more awareness coming through, okay? This is death and rebirth too. So we see death and rebirth energy here. Independence shows up here. So sometimes I see with a condor type of bird, solitude. Sometimes it's good. At times I see loneliness, okay? So there's a difference though. But that does show up. Inspiration, creativity, and taking a leadership position or a role. Simplicity is the key always with this, okay? Simple things are more powerful than, you know what I mean. Sensitivity, doing things with being more sensitive, but also you could be more sensitive and maybe you pick up and feel things more. And what it does talk about is detoxifications, getting rid of anything that is toxic. Don't throw anything, you know, you could have like a perfect glass of water and someone throws in one tiny little rock, you already tainted the water. So those type of examples, plus detoxifying, getting rid of anything that is toxic in your life and that. Whoops. And definitely we see that with the death and rebirth with that too. So that was that. And your underlining and additional message is the chimpanzee. It says, use both your intuition and your intellect to solve the problem or get answers to your question. Okay, so when I see monkeys or, you know, a chimpanzee type of animals, and I see those a lot, they do come up a lot. What I see usually is they're great at problem solving. Okay, so problem solving is great. And we saw that actually starting in this reading. Flexibility. So we did see this in this reading, that you need flexibility is key. So that's a message. Be more flexible. Intelligence comes through here, okay? Very intelligent. Wisdom. Intuition, okay? Intuitive intelligence too. All of that combined. Now, it's like having a plan A, B, and C, okay? So making sure you have all those plans because you need to be a little bit more flexible. Okay, dexterity, okay? So have a plan A, a B, a C. That's what always comes up with here. You could be creating something very, for industry, sometimes I see this. I see mechanics, like if they ask for job or career in coffee cups, when I see a lot of like monkeys and these figures, depends on where it is in career, it's like the tool maker or a mechanic. So that could be in focus, okay? At the same time, you could be dealing with that. So maybe check your car repairs. I don't want to really put out there, but those are things that can come up because this is just a general message here. But making that, okay? So maybe you're going to learn to be making some machinery or tool making, tool and die maybe field. Harmony comes through here. Cooperation, definitely, okay? So we did see a little bit of stubborn energy in the coffee cups though. Laughter, okay? We see laughter or laughing off things that maybe bother you. Communication, affection, and playfulness, okay? So those are the messages that come through. Now, when I see this sometimes aspecting, it can say to other people around you. Sometimes, you know, they could be making fun of you or they can be sometimes envious and you just got to laugh it off and take things as a grain of salt, okay? So those are the messages that came through for the month of July, and the coffee cup was the messages for the week ahead of July 3rd. I hope you have a wonderful week, and I'll catch you back next week for your coffee cup reading. Until then, all the best, and bye for now.